Linda back with another live session today for ITTT. Today we're going to talk about how to become a digital nomad with a TEFL or TESOL certificate. So, yeah, don't forget, as always, to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our other upcoming live sessions. We go live twice a week. One time me on Friday around this time, and then the other time my colleague Lisa, usually on Tuesday. But this week has been different. We actually had a guest taking over on Tuesday this week, so I hope you all saw that as well. We had Andre on from Progress Me, which is an online teaching platform. And also, if you maybe saw yesterday on Instagram, on our Instagram account, we were also live with Andre, and we talked about ITTT and Progress Me and teaching online and a lot of other cool stuff. And that video from that Instagram live session is also still on our Instagram account. You can check that out. Great for anyone who's interested in online teaching or in becoming a digital nomad. You can join that platform and get your nomadic lifestyle started with that as well. Yeah. So where are you guys right now? Let me know in the comments. I see there are some people watching already on YouTube and on Facebook. We are live on both platforms as always. Let me know, where are you right now and what time is it there? And yeah, I appreciate you guys joining today. It's so exciting. And yeah, if you're listening to this as a podcast, thank you very much for the download. As I always say, we always turn our live sessions into podcast episodes as well. And you can find us on all podcast platforms, iTunes, Google Podcast, Spotify, all that. You type in the TEFL and TESOL podcast by ITTT. You can find us there as well. Awesome. Yeah. So, how to become a digital nomad with a TEFL and TESOL certificate is today's topic. I'm so excited to talk about this. But first, let me know, guys, where are you right now? Where are you at? What country? What city? Where are you in? I am in South Korea. I've been here for 6.5 years already. I live in a city called Cheongju. It's about an hour and a half south of Seoul. And yeah, that's where I am. And Juliana is here. Hi, Juliana. How are you doing? Watching from Illinois. It's 8 p.m. Awesome. Cool. We have Angela from Tennessee in USA. Cool. How are you, Angela? And we have Olua from London. Hi. How are you? Oh, isn't it like 2 a.m. in London? Is it London, UK? Thanks so much for tuning in. And we have Habiba from Tunisia. Hi there. Cool. Love this group already. Cool. Thank you so much for joining today. And yeah, I guess you're all interested in today's topic. That's why you're here. So yeah, without further ado, I also want to mention that we do have a 30% off opportunity of all our TEFL and TESOL courses. If you've seen the live sessions before, you know that we only share this discount during our live sessions. So it's very, very special. So how can you get this discount? One way, you can scan this QR code in the upper right-hand corner here with your phone, and then the application page will pop up, and you choose your course, you fill in your details, and then you get, when you click apply on the next page, you'll see the discounted amount. If you cannot scan, no problem. I am going to share the direct link to that in the comment section. And if you're listening to this as a podcast, it will be in the podcast description. It looks like this. It ends with Facebook Live minus Linda. That's the code. And this code, if you apply through this code to one of our TEFL and TESOL courses on our website, it gets you 30% off. And like I said, we only share this during our live sessions, this much of a discount. So very, very special. If you're not yet certified, you're thinking about it, I highly recommend you do that. And yeah, that is enough of the business of the intro spiel. Yeah. Cool. Okay. As always, if you've seen me before, I like to show slides during my live sessions, so I'm going to do that as well, and I'm going to make myself a little bit smaller so we can all see the slides a little bit better, like so. As always, feel free to ask your questions at any time throughout the live. There will also be a Q&A at the end where you can ask other questions that are in your minds. That's maybe not about today's topic. Anything that you're curious about regarding TEFL, TESOL, teaching abroad, ITTT, or me, feel free to ask. So yeah, let's jump right in. Let's talk about how to become a digital nomad with a TEFL or TESOL certificate. First, I'd like to introduce myself for anyone who does not know me. My name is Linda. I am a travel writer and content creator under the name Linda Goes East. You can find my own website at lindagoeseast.com, and on Instagram, I'm very active on there at Linda Goes East. And like I always say, feel free to send me a direct message on there if you want to discuss something, or if you just don't feel comfortable sharing your question in the chat here, no problem. You can just message me on there. I'm originally from Germany and the US. My mom is German, my dad is American, and I'm based in South Korea. I've been here for 6.5 years. I also taught English in China before that, and then I came to Korea. I taught English here, and then I transitioned over to TEFL and TESOL marketing with ITTT. You can find ITTT at TEFLcourse.net, and that stands for International TEFL and TESOL Training. And I know that some of you are already ITTT TEFL certified, so congratulations for that. And yeah, check us out on Instagram as well. Like I said yesterday, we actually had a live session on Instagram. It was kind of impromptu. It was not planned, actually, to take place on our account. It was actually supposed to take place on the Progress Me account, but there were technical difficulties, so we just moved it over to our account, and it was quite a fun chat with Andre from Progress Me, a online teaching platform. So if you're interested, and it also fits in with today's topic of digital nomad, so if you're interested in creating that lifestyle with online teaching, I recommend checking out Progress Me. So you can go ahead to our Instagram at International TEFL Training and rewatch that from yesterday, or also the live that we had on Facebook and YouTube on Tuesday, where Andre, also from Progress Me, shared some of his thoughts and ideas, which was really cool. ITTT is a leading TEFL and TESOL course provider worldwide. We offer a wide variety of different courses to enable people to become teachers around the world or online. So yeah, that's enough about me. Back to today's topic, and Juliana just said, I watched the interview this morning. Awesome. On Instagram, the interview. Yeah, that was fun. Impromptu interview, but it was fun. We ended up chatting. It's like 40 minutes long. We ended up chatting for quite a while, and it was very interesting. We talked about ITTT. He asked me some questions about ITTT, and then I asked Andre questions about Progress Me. And I think Progress Me is really a very cool platform because it's really like this all-in-one place for online teachers and students. So you can sign up as a teacher on there, and you can choose. That's the great thing, I think. They already give you teaching material to choose from, different topics for different things. So you don't even have to prep anything. You can also create your own lessons and stuff on there, but they also have already a huge library, all made for interactive online teaching, which I think is really, really awesome. And yeah, you can also see what your student is working on. You can send homework and all that. It's very cool, and I really encourage you to check it out. So yeah. Good. Let's jump in. First, what we want to talk about is, what is a digital nomad? I'm sure most of you know this, but just a little bit as a review or as an intro. Basically, digital nomads are people who use telecommunication technologies to earn a living. So anything really that you could do working online, or remotely. So that can be not only teaching online, but that can also be a lot of digital nomads do like creative kind of web design work, or writing work, or editing work, or anything that you can do in a computer, pretty much. That's all you need, a laptop. If you can do it on a laptop, you can do it as a digital nomad. That's basically what they do. And they also conduct their life in a nomadic manner. So, digital nomads, they work on their laptop. They can take the laptop anywhere they want and work from anywhere in the world. So, they can be here today, they can be at another place tomorrow. That's the beauty of the digital nomad lifestyle. They work location independently, right? And that's why it's so appealing as well. Because they make traveling and exploring new places their lifestyle. And I mean, who wouldn't love to have a lifestyle like that? For sure. Absolutely beautiful. We see all of those digital nomads hanging out in Bali and wherever they are. And yeah, I mean, it's very appealing. There are definitely ups and downs, for sure. But it looks great. And why not try that for a little while you can. And with a TEFL or TESOL certificate, you can do just that. And you can also live the dream, basically. So, yeah. Little bit more statistics that I found that I just wanted to share with you because I thought it's very interesting. So, facts about who are digital nomads. Interesting fact, the number of digital nomads in the US has more than doubled over the past couple of years. So it was 4.8 million in 2018, and then it rose to 10.9 million in 2020. So that's a huge jump. More and more people jumping on the train of becoming digital nomads. So that's really cool. The average age of a digital nomad in 2021, this year, is 32 years old. 32 years old. Now talking about the ethnics for American digital nomads. 70% of American digital nomads are white, 14% are African American, 7% are Asian, 7% are Hispanic, and 2% are of other ethnicity. This is only for US American digital nomads, I have to say, but they're really from all over the world. We see them from all over the world, so just keep that in mind. Also good to know, 49% of digital nomads, they earn the same salary or more than their previous or prior office job. So that's also great to know. You don't have to make too much sacrifice. And also considering that, and that's actually the next point, that usually digital nomads will live in places with a lower cost of living compared to where they're from. So 38% of American digital nomads, they earn over $75,000 per year while enjoying a lower cost of living. So that's also very important, that most digital nomads, they choose places where the cost of living is significantly lower than in their home country. Also, 34% plan to be digital nomads for a year or less. So not very long term. Some people just want to do it for a year or less. But many expect to return to the office after the pandemic. So yeah, definitely a lot more digital nomads since the pandemic, I think. But many don't want to do this long term. 34% don't want to do it long term. So they want to return back to the office. Some more stats here that I wanted to share. So only 24% of location-independent remote workers, they actually mix work and travel simultaneously. Very interesting because we always see, the beautiful pictures of them sitting on the beach and working on their laptops. But turns out it's actually more, like, it's harder to actually do that simultaneously. Only 24% manage it. So yeah. Maybe it takes some practice to do that, some determination. Most digital nomads also, they travel slow, with only 17% visiting more than 5 countries per year. So that's also very interesting because we always think like, oh, today they're in London, the next day they're in Madrid, and so on. But actually they stay a lot more longer in one place. And that's also true for all the digital nomads that I know. typically they would say, I would say at least a couple of months in one place, 6 months, maybe even a year in one place. And then they move on to the next. So definitely not as moving so much as you might think, because it's also harder to do that, right? You always need to set up a new home base somewhere. And we're actually going to talk about how to do that later on after those stats. But yeah. 85% of business owners, very interesting, say their business is more productive when people work remotely. That's an impressive number, I think, 85%. So that really shows that, maybe the remote working lifestyle is the way to go. I can also speak from my personal experience. I also work remotely. I can make my own hours. I can work whenever it's convenient for me. Basically, I have my set amount of hours and my work that I need to do, but I can schedule my day the way I want to schedule it. So sometimes if I have stuff to do, if I want to meet a friend, I can meet a friend. If I have a doctor's appointment, I can just go whenever I want. Or if the weather is good and I just want to hang out outside for a little bit, I can do that, and then I can do my work later. And I really think that this way, you're just happier and more productive in when you're working. So I definitely agree with that. Also, over half of digital nomads, so 52%, they rated finding reliable Wi-Fi as one of the top challenges of the nomadic lifestyle. So did you think about that? Did you expect that finding reliable Wi-Fi is one of the top challenges of a digital nomad? Definitely. And while I've been doing my research, I also found a plethora of different websites and apps for digital nomads that show exactly where to find the best Wi-Fi. So there's a lot of tools for that. And I'm actually going to mention one of the tools later on for in the steps, how to set everything up. But yeah, I think that's very interesting because that's usually not what you would think might be a challenge, but finding reliable internet is one of the biggest challenges for digital nomads. Also, only 30% of digital nomads, they report working over 40 hours a week. So 70% they work less than that, which is great, obviously. Working less is always great. And then also, interestingly, van lifers, they make up 17% of American digital nomads. Yeah, I think especially in America, North America, van lifers has become a very appealing lifestyle for many. So they live out of a van and camp a lot and just live out in nature in different national parks and stuff. Yeah, so 70% of American digital nomads fall into this category. Yeah, so there's a lot of different types of digital nomads as well, right? It's not just one type, like the backpacker type, or the van lifer type. There's so many different types as well. There's also digital nomad families, not just single people or couples, but whole families who do that and pursue that lifestyle. So for sure, anyone can really do it, no matter who. Good. Then also, I wanted to mention this one. Women are leading the way with digital nomadism. So very interesting stat that almost 30% of fully remote companies have either women CEOs, founders, or presidents. 30%. Compare that to 5.2% of female CEOs in traditional workplaces. Isn't that crazy? That's a huge difference, huge difference. So that's really great that, this industry really empowers women, and we can finally pursue the lifestyle that we want and need to combine, work and family, or work and whatever the hell we want to do, basically. Yeah. Just wanted to mention that because I think that's really interesting when you compare it to the traditional workplace, 5.2%. So, okay, cool. So now, oh, yeah, this one as well. Top reasons to become a digital nomad. So why do so many people decide to become digital nomads? Definitely the increased flexibility. So like I said, you can schedule your own day however you want, however you feel like. You don't need to work from 9 to 5. It's not written in stone. You also have higher salary expectations. So you can, depending on what you work, you can set your own prices. And then if you want more money, you can work more, or, you can adjust your pricing the way you want, which is really great. Certainly the ability to work from anywhere in the world. And that's, I'm sure, why a lot of you are watching right now as well, because that's also what you want. You want to be able to work from anywhere in the world, go wherever you want, and just have the ultimate freedom. Definitely. And I think that's what a lot of people are craving. And that's why a lot of people are choosing this lifestyle. All right. Now I think, yes. So now we're going to really go into the nitty-gritty, how you can do this with a TEFL certificate. There are 5 steps that I'm going to show you how to become a digital nomad by teaching English with a TEFL certificate. And we're going to start with step 1, obviously, which is, you might have guessed it, get TEFL certified. So first step is getting that TEFL certificate. And I also talked about this with Andre yesterday from Progress Me in our interview. He's like, why should people take your TEFL course? So yes, one, it is a requirement in many different companies and online teaching platforms as well to have a TEFL certificate. Or if it's not a requirement, if you have a TEFL certificate, you can actually get a higher salary, a higher hourly rate. So you want to aim for at least a 120-hour TEFL qualification from an accredited course provider. At least 120 hours. That's what you want to do. And it's also very beneficial to take a specialized TEFL course, especially if you're planning on teaching online. You would take a teaching online course. You could also teach business English or the young learners course. Those are also very good specialized options to choose from. And down here, I just have listed our bundles as well. So we have the 120-hour TEFL course. That's standard. That's kind of where you start. The 220-hour master package is the 120 plus 2 of the specializations. And then it just goes higher and higher, including the diploma course and also including the teaching practicum add-on. So it depends on what you want to do. Always, at least you should have this one. But if you're like, oh, I want to teach business English or I want to teach children, you should aim for this. If you want to do this more long-term, more making a whole full-time career out of it, you would go higher and higher and higher. So sky's the limit when it comes to this, but you should definitely start here and have the certification as a minimum to get started. And that's where our 30% discount comes in. So I just want to mention that again, that if you are deciding to take one of the courses, to just please take advantage of this 30% off. We only share this during our live session. So you can either scan this QR code in the upper right-hand corner, or I'm just going to share the discount link one more time for people who've joined late, who've just joined, not seen the beginning. It looks like this. In the podcast, it is in the podcast description, but it looks like this. Ends in Facebook Live minus Linda. And if you apply through this link, you get 30% off. Just want to mention that again for people who've just joined. And also want to mention again, don't forget to like and subscribe. We also go live twice a week, and we also share a lot of other awesome content on Facebook and YouTube and other social media platforms as well. Good. So that was step 1, get TEFL certified. And those are all the steps. I'm going to say that, but I want to mention that after every step. So this is before you are leaving, before you're, you leave, you set off on your adventure. Step 2 is also before you leave. You will apply for online teaching jobs and begin interviewing. Also for online teaching jobs, online platforms, you need to do an interview. It depends on platform. It depends from platform to platform. It changes what the interview process looks like. I teach on a platform where I had like a 15-20 minute interview via Skype. We were just casually talking. I didn't have to teach anything, nothing like that. It was just kind of a get to know, a casual talk with this person. And then I was, my profile was public. But I've also seen teaching platforms where you actually need to provide a background check. So it really ranges. It depends on the platform. Okay, Angela. Hi. Angela has a question. I'm just going to take the question real quick. So Angela asks, I completed a 120-hour certification. Could I take the additional 50-hour difference to get the 220-hour master package only? That is a good question. I do believe that you can. We have a lot of top-up options. I'm pretty sure you could do that, but please email us. Email the sales team just to make sure. I do think that it's possible. Let me know. Let me see for the email address real quick. It is courses at TESOL-TEFL.com. That's the right email. So please email them and let them know that you completed the 170-hour course and if it's possible to top up. I'm pretty sure it's possible. Just make sure with the sales team. So yeah. Good. Okay, so yeah. Different teaching platforms, and I just want to share that again. I actually have a Google Sheet for you all listing 20 of the best online teaching platforms. And I'm just going to share the Google Docs link with you right now. And I am just also going to share my screen and show you real quick what it looks like. I've shared this before, so you might already have this. But yeah, this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. Here's the name of the company. Yes, you can join. Look at it right now. And basically, how much they pay, some of the requirements, if you need a TEFL or not, if you can also do this as a non-native speaker. Here's all the info here and the different teaching platforms listed and the link where you can apply. So what I recommend you do is go over here to File and make a copy, and then you can save that and edit that on your end and keep it for yourself. I've shared this a couple of times already, but I just wanted to share it one more time for you guys, for some of you who are watching for the first time. But yeah, go here to File, make a copy, and then you have that for yourself. You can make edits, you can mark some of the platforms that you like, that you applied for, anything like that. So go ahead and do that. Yeah. Good. I see that a lot of you are clicking on it, so that's great. Cool. So that is that. And then also, once you are applying, once you are joining a platform, and also you can join more than one platform. That's a really good idea. To join just more than one. They all are different, so you might have to join a couple different ones to find the one that works best for you, or you can just simultaneously work on more than one platform to test the waters as well. So basically, yeah, which one works for you, so that when you set off on your digital nomad journey, you know exactly, you are set, you know how it works, excuse me, you know how it works, and you are set. You don't want to set off on the journey and then start applying for jobs, because you need to build a reputation for yourself. So also for me, for example, I started teaching online in March, and it took a good 4 or 5 months to build a reputation on that platform and get a steady flow of regular students. So it takes a couple of months to get everything set up and started. So you want to do that before you leave, and then you earn a little bit of money so that you start earning money pre-departure. because you also need to think about startup costs. So wherever you're going, you're going to need a house, like a place to stay. You need like maybe a new phone plan, a phone contract, anything like that. So you need money to do that. And starting to teach online first to earn money pre-departure is a good idea. And especially to build that reputation so you have a steady flow of regular students. And from my own experience, like I said, that takes a couple of months to have that. Okay, that is step 2, also pre-departure. Step number 3 is also pre-departure. You want to research your visa options, okay? And the kind of visa, the visa process and what visa is available to you will vary based on your citizenship, right? There's different visas in different countries for different other citizens. So you want to look at that. So you want to pick the countries that you're interested in. And I'm going to show you a list of suitable countries for digital nomads right after this. And some basic conditions that I've seen in most of these visas are that you either own a location-independent online business or you work remotely for a company based outside of the country that you want to go to. So let's say you want to go to Mexico. So you either own your own independent business or you work for a company that is not based in Mexico, for example. That's one of the requirements. Then you also, most of the time, need to earn a minimum amount of money per year so that they know that you can fund yourself. That is a requirement. And then also, most of the time, a requirement is to have health insurance. Some countries, they include the visas. The digital nomad visa includes the public health, is included in the public health care system, but sometimes it is not, and then you need to have your own travel or health insurance plan and provide proof of that. So those are like the basic requirements to qualify for a digital nomad visa. Again, the requirements, they vary from country to country. So they're always different. The amount is different, and some of the requirements are different. Some have less requirements, some have more requirements. So you need to look into that when you've picked a place where you want to go. But let's have a look at that and basically countries that have a digital nomad visa. And as you can see, there's so many, and those aren't even the only ones. So there's more than that. So take a few moments and take this list in while I'm taking a sip of my coffee. And let me know where you would want to go. Which of those countries? Which's your favorite? Where would you love to go? There's a lot of countries in the Caribbean which I would love to go to. So yeah, as you can see, first one, Antigua and Barbuda. Is that what it's called? Antigua and Barbuda. Or is that a typo? Anyway, maybe it's a typo. I feel like, is this right? I hope so. I apologize if there's a typo in it, but they have a, it's called the Nomad Digital Residence Visa. So if you feel like it, you can take a screenshot of this list. Hey, yeah, MKD O'Neill says, oh, you want to go everywhere. Portugal, Spain, Costa Rica, Iceland, maybe Norway. Cool. So you have a lot of really warm places and a lot of really cold places. That's interesting. Marcia says, someplace in Europe I would like. Cool. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, so Bali, number 2 here. So they're listed alphabetically. There's no like particular order, just alphabetically. All of the above. Love that. Yeah, just go everywhere. And that's the beauty of being a digital nomad. You can go anywhere you like. You can go to all of these. It's possible. Yeah, so Bali is, I think, really the poster destination, right, for digital nomads. I mean, this is what you see all over Instagram particularly, and YouTube, all the digital nomads sitting in Bali. And Bali is amazing. I have been to Bali. It's gorgeous. So yeah. Then we have Barbados, Bermuda, Cayman Islands. That's what I mean. Like all of these great places in the Caribbean. I would love to go. Costa Rica, they have a 1-year digital nomad visa. And all of these, I think pretty much all of these are also extendable. I've read that multiple times. We have places in Europe like Croatia, gorgeous, Czech Republic, beautiful, also Dubai, which I did not know that that is a digital nomad place, but they also have a 1-year virtual working program, which is really cool. We have Estonia, Georgia in Europe, Germany, which has a visa that's called Aufenthaltserlaubnis für selbstständige Tätigkeit. So that, I don't think there's an English title, but that's what it's called. So yeah, try to pronounce that. Iceland. I didn't find the name of the visa, but if you just Google this and say Iceland and then digital nomad visa, it will show up and give you all the requirements. Also Malta, they have a digital nomad residence permit. Mauritius, 1 year and completely free. You don't even have to pay for these, so that's great. Mexico, Norway, Portugal, Spain. So all really, really great options. I think something for everyone to choose from. A lot of great places. Definitely do check that out. I also know that I have a friend from Germany, and she actually, there's a working holiday visa for Korea, and she's a writer. So she did online work on that visa. So I think that's also possible to do online work on a working holiday visa, apparently, in South Korea. So maybe that's also an option for some of you. You can check that out. But yeah, any place in Europe, yeah, for sure. I mean, I would really love to go, especially the Caribbean. That just sounds so nice. Yeah, so as you can see, so many options. Take a screenshot of this so you have it, and then you can pick your favorite and start planning. So again, this was, I think, step 3, the things to do before you leave. And now we are getting into step 4. So once you've picked your country, now it's time choosing a home base. So you need to check for available co-working spaces. A lot of digital nomads do it this way because those co-working spaces, they have great internet. They have a kind of like a office environment. They're really great for working. So a lot of digital nomads, they look for co-working spaces. You can also look for using Google Satellite to figure out where you want to be based. So Google Satellite is great to really check out what it really looks like there, to find like kind of the neighborhood you want to be in. You know, is it close to the ocean, close to a park, close to the mountain, whatever you're looking for, you can do this way. Also, Google Street View, you can already check out your neighborhood and see, if this is a good place to be. As for teaching, you need to really look for a quiet environment, free from distractions. So you need to make sure that the home base you're choosing is quiet. If it's too noisy and loud, it's not going to be good for your students, and probably the online teaching platforms are not going to be happy with that and might not want to continue working with you if you are in a very loud place. And then also, a strong internet connection is a must when you work as a digital nomad. So what you can do, here you can see that URL, speedtest.net. So a lot of digital nomads, when they pick a place, they see a place they like, maybe on Airbnb or on, other digital nomad sites, they message, let's just go with Airbnb, they message the Airbnb owner and they say, hey, how about your internet connection? Can you do a speed test? And you have them do a speed test at that property and send you the result. So, maybe we can have a look real quick, and so I can show you what that looks like, the speed test. Speedtest.net, was it right? Speedtest.net. Yes. Okay. I'm going to share my screen with you so you can see that. So you can just do that together real quick so you can see what you want to look for. Here. And maybe now the speed is not so fast because we're doing live at the same time. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. Just ignore the ads, but yeah, so you just click on go, and then it does its thing, testing the speed. I have to say, though, that South Korea has the fastest internet in the world. They really pride themselves with that. So yeah, that's the download speed now, and this is the upload speed. Okay, so as you can see, it's more than 100. So this is considered very, very fast and very good and reliable. Um, but I think for teaching at least anything in like the 50 and 75 area is where you want to go to. I think what do you want to aim for? So yeah. And then, so you want to have your Airbnb person do this test and then just send you a screenshot here of the results, for example. Yeah, so easy as that. You can try on your own computer and see how the speed is on your end, if you have a good connection or not. Yeah. So this is how you choose a home base. And then, I mean, it really depends on, what you're personally looking for. Do you want to live alone? Do you want to live with other people, other digital nomads? That can also be very fun. Like I said, there are so many forums and websites and groups for digital nomads where you can find good home bases and get a lot of information from. But those are just the basics, how you would start choosing a home base. And this is, again, pre-departure, or maybe you're already there and you're just staying in a hotel and checking things out. Definitely also possible. And now the last part of your research, of your journey before you leave, is research and secure health and travel insurance. And that is so, so important. Don't forget to do that. And sometimes even for your visa, for your digital nomad visa, it is a requirement anyway, so you have to do it. If it's not a requirement, just please still get insurance. It's so important. Some visas, they include access to public health, to the public health system, but you can also add additional insurance, especially if you already know you have certain health issues. You might want to get that insured. Also, put insurance on valuable items or gear. A lot of digital nomads, they have very good laptops. So you want to maybe put insurance on that just in case, or also other gear that you might need, like good cameras or your phone or any other kind of equipment that you need. That's probably also a good idea to have that insured. And then also check if you need any vaccinations, depending on, where you go. Certain countries, they have other diseases that, your country doesn't have. So sometimes you need to refresh or check up on any vaccinations that you might need. I remember when I moved to China, I got a bunch of different vaccines, just in case, you never know. But yeah, just in case, schedule an appointment with your general doctor and just have a talk about the destination, and they can check, what kind of vaccinations are recommended there, and then just give you a consultation, and then you can decide whether or not you want to do that. But I mean, always be on the safe side, so I would definitely recommend that. Yeah, and so that is the last step. So after this, you are good to go to your first destination and start your career teaching online as a digital nomad, right? So now a lot of you might be asking, well, what about in-person teaching? I don't want to just teach online. I also want some human contact, right? So yeah, you can definitely teach in-person students to add to your income. A lot of teachers do that, not only online teachers or just teachers anywhere. I also do that. I have in-person students to add to my income. You can also find short-term teaching positions. There are a lot of contracts, where just a 3-month, 4-month, 6-month gig somewhere. You can also find those, or things like summer camps and winter camps. You can find those all over the world. Any kind of seasonal teaching positions, you can also find those. And also, there's always volunteer positions. So maybe you can do that. Obviously, that would be unpaid most of the time. So you can do your volunteering wherever you want to go, and then maybe do some online work on the side, or you do like different kind of periods. So one time you would first work, so you have a bit of a budget, you have some money saved up, and then you could do something like volunteering position. And enjoy that and do something good, give back for a couple of weeks or months, and then you return to your working lifestyle. I mean, it's so flexible, and I think that's really the beauty of this, is that you can really turn this into something that works for you. You can do what you want to do, go where you want to go, and that's just what I think the biggest takeaway I want you to take away from today, that this can just open doors to anything that you like. There's no one particular journey. We're all different, we all have different journeys. Just showing you what's possible and what you can do with a TEFL or TESOL certificate, and teach online wherever you want to go, and what you can do out of that, make out of that. So yeah, before we enter the Q&A part, I just want to mention again how you can find ITTT online on our website, teflcourse.net, and also on Facebook, where many of you are watching from. You're already there. If you didn't like the page yet, go ahead and do that. Twitter also, and Instagram at International TEFL Training. And then I think it's time for the Q&A session. Again, you can scan this QR code right here, or you can find the discounted link and save 30% on your TEFL or TESOL course. You can also email us. What was the email address here? courses@tesol-tefl.com if you have any questions. Not sure, which course to take. Definitely check that out. We also have so many previous live sessions about so many different topics. Also, which course is best for you. There was a live session about that. So go ahead and check that out in our playlist. On YouTube, there's a live video playlist. And also on Facebook, on our page, there's a playlist of live videos. Go ahead and check that out. And then, yeah. Let me make myself bigger again. And then, yeah, let's open up Q&A. I still have a little bit of time. I still have a little bit of coffee left as well, so that's good. So any questions you might have? I see there was a question from Abdul that I did not answer yet. So Abdul was asking for non-degree holders. So if you don't have a degree, can you also do that? Yes, absolutely. There are a lot of teaching platforms, and you can see that on the sheet that I shared with you, whether or not a degree is required. And there are a lot of teaching platforms here. For example, Cambly, Engu, Ginseng English, italki, Latin Higher, LearnLight, so many on there that do not require a degree. So yes, and also for visa purposes, I didn't really see anything that requires a degree. Maybe I pulled it up again. Where was that? The requirements, the basic requirements. Again, they vary from country to country. Where was that? Oh, here. Yes, here. So as you can see, they don't really mention anything about a degree. It's really more about the work. So if your work is really online, if you really work for an location-independent business, or if the company is based outside of where you want to go, and how much money you earn per year, and if you have insurance. Those seem to be the five main requirements. But again, they vary from country to country and visa to visa, but this seems to be what it's like. So they don't really mention any degree here. Hope that helps. Okay. Sure. Shell says, thank you for sharing. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate that. And I hope that you were able to take something away from today. and maybe learn something new, definitely save that Google Sheet that I shared with you guys with the online platforms. That's going to be very helpful. And yeah, I'm still here for a couple more minutes. So if you have any questions about TEFL, about TESOL, about teaching English abroad or online, about ITTT, about me personally, about Korea, I live in Korea. I've been here for 6.5 years. Anything like that, feel free to ask. I always say there are no stupid questions. Don't be shy. I always like having some conversation and exchange with you guys. So don't be shy, ask away anything. I'm happy to answer it. Great. That's a great question, Angela. So Angela says, did you have any issues with overcoming being on camera while teaching online? Yeah, so I'm more of a shy person. To be honest, I'm rather introverted. So definitely it was kind of a challenge. So actually I started teaching online in March of this year. But I think what helped was doing these live sessions. So I started doing these live sessions a year ago, so in October. And that's also where you need to be on camera like this. And in the beginning, I felt really awkward, but it just gets better over time. You just need to kind of jump in, and then every time it just kind of gets better and better, and you're overcoming this kind of yeah, this this feeling of being uncomfortable. It gets better and better. And I also only teach one-on-one students, so it's not me and like 5 other people, but it's always one-on-one. So that also definitely helps. And it's actually, most of my students are adults, and it's very casual. We talk like friends. It's actually really fun. And I think it's even better this way, via the computer. You still have like a barrier. It's not really face to face. It's you talking through the computer, which also kind of helps. So I would just say, the more often you do it, the more comfortable you're going to be with it. Just give it a go. Yeah, the first time was definitely kind of scary, and I prepared, an hour in advance for like a 15-minute conversation lesson, and I was super nervous. I still get nervous for certain, if it's the first time I have a student, definitely. But yeah, it just gets better over time. Juliana says, I agree with you. Yeah, Juliana, you've also been teaching online, right? So it just gets better, and you just need to step into this teacher role. It's kind of like a different persona. You have your online teacher persona, and then you have like your at home persona, which is two different things, I think. Great. Okay. Abdul has a question. What about if I want to have a bachelor? I've been in Thailand for over 2 years. I hold a TESOL certificate, 120 hours in class, but over 1 year, I haven't found a school to hire without a degree. Okay. Yeah, then maybe you should look into getting a bachelor's degree. Is that a possibility for you? Maybe you can find a school in Thailand, or online as well. There's so many options nowadays. So for sure. We also have the online courses. They have university credits with them, the PCIe from ITTT. So maybe that's something you could look into. If you're interested in that, you could email us again at courses@TESOL-TEFL, and you can ask the sales team about the university credits that we offer. I think that might be a really good option for you. Or if you don't, have the time to get a degree or the budget right now, you could just maybe go to a different country where there's no degree required. Or you could start teaching online at a platform that does not require to have a degree. It's all up to you, I would say. Many options. Definitely many options. Don't despair. Okay, great. I'm just going to stay on a couple more minutes, 2 or 3 more minutes to see if anyone else has a question before I sign off. But yeah, what do you think about today's topic, actually? Is this something that you could see yourself doing, being a digital nomad while teaching online? Let me know. Is this something you can see yourself doing after today's session? Do you feel like maybe you can pursue this in the future? I'm very curious. Let me know. I'm definitely very interested in this, and I've been thinking about going somewhere and staying somewhere for a month. Been looking into that for a little bit, so I'm definitely interested. Probably somewhere in Southeast Asia. I'm very interested in that. So we'll see. But yeah, it's definitely an option for me as well. Marcia says, yeah, maybe. That would be nice. Abdul says, most of teaching online, they said my experience is not fit with them. What does that mean? Why? What experience do you have? Do you have teaching experience? Sorry to hear that. Maybe you just haven't found the right platform yet. I would encourage you, look at the list I gave you and look for all of those that do not require a degree and just apply. Apply to all of them and have interviews. I'm sure you can find a platform that fits for you. Absolutely. No, don't be sorry for asking a lot. That's great. That's what I'm here for. That's what Q&A is here for. I'm sorry I can't give you like a better answer, but I would recommend checking out the sheet I shared with you and all the platforms that have that don't require a degree, and you get in contact with them. I'm sure there is a platform out there that will be more than happy to hire you for sure. Okay. All right. Don't be shy. I love that. I love having an exchange and a conversation with you. Don't be shy at all. Yes, I can share that again for sure. Let me share that sheet again. Maybe you joined later. Yeah, Juliana. I mean, if you think you can help him, reach out, and that would be really great. We can help each other. So this is the link. It's a docs.google.com spreadsheet link. You can click on that, and then you just make a copy of that, and then you can refer to that. That's what it looks like. So yeah, connect with each other, Juliana and Abdul. That would be great. And maybe Juliana can help out here. That'd be awesome as well. Because I know Juliana's teaching also for several platforms. So why not help another teacher out here? That'd be great. All right. Well, I'm glad I could bring you two together. That seems like maybe something good can come out of that. I think, yeah. If there are no more questions, I'm ready to sign off for today. I hope you enjoyed today's topic. It was a little bit different. Like I always say, every week I try, to bring up a new topic. It's not always easy. So if you have any topic suggestions, feel free to let me know, and then I can organize a live around that. I'd be happy to do that. So if you have anything, you can just message me here at Linda Goes East, or you just email me, message me, email us at ITTT, anything. Happy to accommodate you. Giuliano says, hello, Linda. Hi, Giuliano. It's been a while. Or maybe you're just quiet. Because I can't see who is watching. I can only see how many people are watching. And I can see who, when you make a comment. But I can't see who's watching in the background. But hi. I'm very excited that you're here. It's been always a pleasure listening to your presentation. Now, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I tried to make it fun, obviously helpful, useful, that you can take something away. That's my goal here, and to answer some questions. So I hope I did that today, and I hope you learned something new, and I hope you tune in again next week. We always go live twice a week. One time me, Fridays usually at this time, and then one time my colleague Lisa on Tuesdays, around Tuesday. And she is a non-native English teacher from Russia, based in Russia, but she also taught English in China. She's a great online teacher as well, so she has a lot of input, feedback, great tips and advice for online teachers and non-native English speakers who want to teach abroad or online. So if that resonates with you, I recommend checking her out as well. We have all of our live sessions listed in our playlists on Facebook and also on YouTube. So go ahead and check that out as well. And then I think I'm signing off. If there are no more questions, you can also still leave your questions in the comments if you watch a replay. If you watch this when it's already over, feel free to just make a comment. And yeah, have a great weekend. Thank you, Marcia. Marcia says, hope you have a great weekend. Dear Linda, hugs, huge hugs from Chile. Your topic was interesting as usual. Thank you so much, Marcia. I really hope I can come to Chile and visit you. That's really on my list of things to do. So I hope I can do that. That would be awesome. And yeah, I hope to see you all again next week. And then I'm signing off. I'll leave you here. Stay safe, stay happy, stay curious. Come back again next week. And if you have any question, any questions, anything at all, here at Linda Goes East on Instagram or at International TEFL Training on Instagram, here on Facebook, Messenger, anything. We are available. We can reach out. All right. Okay, then. Thank you. Yeah, great. All right. Thank you all and see you next week, hopefully. Bye.